Well, good morning. This is Linda from North Central Texas at you today. I was getting ready to fix me some lunch, and I decided I was going to fix, it can be called an omelet or a quiche, whatever you want to call it. I don't put it in the oven. I just fix it on top of the stove. So I thought I'd get you in here and show you how I do mine. First of all, I brown some bacon. And you'll have to adjust what you put in it to suit yourself and according to how many people you're feeding. The recipe I'm doing now that I put together for myself will feed about 4 people, 4 or 5 people, something like that. But it's a way to use eggs, bacon, and all other ingredients out of your garden, like basil, green onions, regular onions, fresh garlic out of the garden, fresh bell peppers out of the garden, fresh potatoes out of the garden, your eggplant from the garden. I went ahead and got the bacon cooking because I didn't want to just have to sit there and watch the bacon cook for so long. I'm beating 3 eggs in with just a little bit of milk, and I use evaporated milk because I don't keep milk on hand to drink. I'm allergic to some of that stuff, so I don't usually have whole milk. But I do keep evaporated milk, canned evaporated milk, so I have it available to cook with. And I'm just browning this bacon, one, to get the grease to cook the quiche in, and number 2, just to have a little bit of bacon to crumble up to put in my quiche. I grew up calling it an omelet. But like I said, you can call it an omelet, a quiche, whatever. This is how I like to do it when I have fresh produce available. I don't like frying bacon. I don't like frying anything that pops all over the stove. But hey, what are you going to do? I try to put it on as low a heat so it doesn't pop too bad. But I do want it to get crispy. I don't want it to be soggy bacon. Yeah, I'll have enough of this quiche for quite a few meals, you know, because usually when I fix a small quiche for myself, I use a smaller pan. I use maybe 1 egg and nowhere as much ingredients as I'm putting in this one, but I just want to show you, you can make a meal, feed your family with this. I had to get my coffee. I haven't had my coffee this morning, so I had a rough night, didn't sleep very well. I don't think I went to sleep till about 4 o'clock this morning. And then when I did wake up about 8:30 or so, I didn't want to get up. But I had this in mind yesterday to do. So bacon is just about crispy enough for me. I don't want to burn it. I'm going to take it out, put it on a paper towel, let it drain a little. And definitely let it cool off. Now, I cut up 1 small egg. Not egg, 1 small potato, just a white potato. Gotta drain this eggplant. I had it sitting in salty water, so. And I've got one small eggplant all cut up, chopped up. Because you know, mine don't, the type of eggplant that I planted does not get very big. And I got about 1/4 of a large onion, or maybe a half of a really small white onion. Put that in there. I've got one small bell pepper chopped up. Now I've got about a teaspoonful, well, you can't see that, I don't guess, but it's about a teaspoonful of chopped up garlic that came out of my garden. And I've got just a few green onions, just the tops that I cut up. Put that in there. Now that's basil, so I'm not going to put that in there yet. But I want to cook it till I get my potatoes soft and the eggplant is cooked. I love doing these videos for y'all. I mean, I love sharing recipes that, you know, I've used basically all my life. And I'm going to put the lid on that, and hopefully it will cook a little bit faster, keep them in that steam in there. But I love getting on here sharing the way I cook my recipes, because over the years I've invented my own recipes. I've taken other recipes and changed them around to the way I like them, or the things that I had available. So it's okay to do that. One thing I forgot to get out was a little bit of cheese, and I don't have cheddar cheese, but I do have mozzarella cheese. I think that'll go good in there because I love mozzarella cheese. Not much, but just a little. So I've probably got about a 1/4 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese that I'm going to put in it, but I'm not going to put it in there yet. It's already smelling real good. I'm going to put a little bit of salt. A little bit of black pepper. And get it open. There it is. And you put pepper and salt in it to your liking, you know. I don't like to turn the heat too high, because I don't want to burn the garlic. I want to cook it, but that garlic will burn if you turn the heat up too high. This is usually what I fix if I get up late and I'm not eating till about noon or 1 o'clock or so. I'll fix a late breakfast and an early lunch, well, a lunch and a late breakfast at the same time. So usually I'll come up with something like this. This coffee's good this morning. Oh, hit the spot in my stomach. Sporting my Dallas Cowboy shirt this morning. Got to make good use of what's left in my garden because, you know, it's only a few more weeks before we'll have our first frost. I think it's November 7th. And this is what, mid-October, so only got a few more weeks. And I'm still canning. I've got to pick some more peppers out there and can me some more jars of this cowboy candy. And I'm going to experiment. I'm going to take some bell peppers and some tomatillos and just regular tomatoes and stuff, and I'm going to chop them up, and I'm going to fix them just like you do the hot peppers, only I'm not going to put the hot pepper in there. If I do, it's going to be very little. And I'm going to see how I like that, because I don't think I could eat a jar of this. Even though I toned it down with bell peppers, there is so much heat in that jar, there is no way I think that I could ever eat it. I think my stomach would go into a conniption fit. Yeah, I used to love eating hot peppers. My dad and I would sit down at the dinner table, and if we've had collards and stuff like that, we'd always have a green pepper on our plate. And I'd bite into that thing, and it was hotter than blazes, but it didn't bother me then. But it bothers me now. Those potatoes have to cook just a little bit more. But I tell you, I don't know what it is. I know I have acid reflux and stuff like that, so I guess that's one reason that now I have trouble eating the really extreme hot peppers. I want to come up with some more recipes to use some of the peppers and stuff that's in the garden, but I'm not sure exactly what recipe I'm going to do yet. I think I may do okra fries. You cut up the okra, chop it all up, and you cook it in a batter, and you make like little patties out of it, kind of like you would a salmon patty or a corn fritter, stuff like that. It's a good idea. I might do some corn fritters. That sounds real good. Keep noticing my time. I don't want my camera to turn off on me. I've got to get a new cell phone, I guess, because I do all my videoing on my cell, and I don't have enough memory on there to do really long, lengthy videos. I guess if I deleted some of my other stuff out of it, I would then, but you just want to kind of brown it a little bit, just enough basically to cook your potatoes, because if your potatoes are done, that eggplant will be done. Just a little bit more. Yeah, I inherited my mom's allergies, so there's a lot of things I'm allergic to. There's foods I'm allergic to, but a lot of times I eat them anyway. And as long as I just eat a little bit, it doesn't bother me much. But if I ate a lot, or maybe ate the same item for several days, at least 3 days, then I'd probably break out in hives or have some kind of a really bad reaction. Okay, I think they're done enough now. I'm going to turn the heat down on low. I'm going to pour in my whipped eggs and milk. I'm going to break up my bacon. You break it up the way you want. You don't have to be crumbled up too small. Just however you like it. And sometimes I'll slice up tomatoes in here too. I may do that. Over here getting me a couple of tomatoes. I'm just using little grape tomatoes, and get them over here so they don't roll off the counter. And these are so small, I'm just going to cut them in half. These little bitty grape tomatoes. And just throw them on the top. I'm gonna put my cheese. Almost like a pizza, isn't it? I'm gonna put a couple of sprigs of basil. I'm going to put the lid on it, adjust my heat to like medium low, and it's got to cook just for a few minutes, so until that egg gets done. Because you've already got your potatoes cooked, you've got your onions cooked, everything is browned. So all we need to do is cook that egg. And I'm impatient. was out there getting my onions and my peppers and my basil and my eggplant a little while ago to put in this recipe, and my little friendly cat was out there, so I had to feed him a little bit of breakfast. I know he appreciated that. I guess I've adopted him. I mean, I'm not going to bring him in the house or cage him up, but he's a yard cat. He's used to being outside. I don't mind him coming over here and hanging out. Reminds me kind of the cat I always had before, because I've always had a cat. If we didn't have a cat, we had a dog. The dog got killed, so I didn't replace her. That was a lady. She was a really beautiful German Shepherd security dog. And then I had that Persian Smoke that I had for about 14, 15 years. And then the tabby cat, Crybaby, that I had. And he was about 16, 17 years old when he passed away. And I just couldn't bring myself to try to find another cat. I may one day, I don't know, but I haven't done it yet. Let me take a couple more minutes on this, and I hope my camera holds up. It should. I need to clean off my phone and see if there's stuff I can get rid of so I can run my videos out a little bit longer. I mean, I know you don't want to watch a long, in-depth video, but sometimes I have to do them in 2 parts or 3 parts because I can't get it all in one video. Well, I have to take that back. I don't either, because I just take the clips and put them together and make one video out of it. It's stuff like the cantaloupe candy that I had to wait, because you had to wait at least 24 hours for the cantaloupe candy to dehydrate in the dehydrator. So I couldn't do that all at one time unless I waited for days and then put the clips together and made one video out of it. It's coming along. A few more minutes. It's building up steam in there, and that steam will cook the top of it. And it's not so thick that, you know, it'll take forever for it to cook, so. I do want my eggs done, though. I don't like raw eggs. I mean, I like over easy eggs, but I like for the white part to be cooked. I don't want them raw. It's going to be a beautiful day today. It's probably going to be up close to 90 or so. It's been cool at nights, but we've warmed up to around 90 during the day. I was surprised when I looked at the app yesterday morning and it was like 59 degrees. I said, whoa, can't remember it being. Guys, I hate it, but my camera went off as I was getting the omelet or quiche out of the frying pan. And all you have to do is take your pan and tilt it over, and it slides right out into your dish. But by the time I noticed that my camera was off, I'd already started eating. So I wanted to show you, it's not very thick. So with 3 eggs, you'll have enough for 2 people. So what I would do, if you've got more than one person in your family, I would add at least 2 eggs per person when I made this quiche. That way you'll have enough for everyone. Like if you've got 4 people, put 8 eggs in there. Usually I only put 1 or 2 eggs in mine because I'm just fixing it for one person. I only put 3 eggs in this time, but I probably should have put about I should have probably put about 6 eggs in the amount of potatoes and onions and the other stuff that I put in there. But I wanted to get on there and show you that. But it's so good, and I was so hungry, I just went ahead and finished eating before I decided to finish the video. And I'm sorry that it cut off. Hopefully I will, get all that remedied later so I don't have to piece my videos together so much. But this is really good. You need to try it. I mean, it's just really good. It smells delicious. It tastes good. You're not going to go wrong if you make this for your family or yourself. And with that, I'm going to wish you a good day. Please like, share, subscribe to my video. And if you'd like to show your support even more, go over to patreon.com/join/Linda Hauser. And that way you can support my channel even more and help me grow. And you have a blessed day.